All right, Thanksgiving dinner, it's not just a meal, right? It's a whole culinary marathon.
It really is.
And you, my friend, are about to absolutely crush it.
I love it.
We are diving deep into Food Network's top 50 Thanksgiving recipes to help map out a game plan, one that goes way beyond the basic bird and gravy.
You've got a good point there. So many people get so caught up in just the turkey.
Right.
But Thanksgiving, it's truly the side dish's time to shine.
Absolutely. And this list from Food Network, they clearly get that. There are some real gems in here. I was particularly drawn to, let me see, the sweet potato casserole, #2 on the list. Such a
Oh.
classic, and yet I feel like everyone has their own little twist they add.
It's interesting you say that. Sweet potato casserole, it's actually a great example of how food traditions, they kind of evolve over time.
Yeah,
Did you know that it started as a much simpler dish back in the early 1900s?
really?
No marshmallows, no fancy toppings, just sweet potatoes, butter, and a bit of spice.
No marshmallows. That's
Uh,
wild.
I know.
But I guess it makes sense. People started getting more elaborate as sugar became more accessible and.
Exactly. And then you have those regional variations. Some folks swear by a pecan crumble topping,
Oh, yeah?
while others prefer a brown sugar streusel.
I can see that.
Speaking of pecans, this Food Network recipe, it recommends candied pecans. Adds a whole other layer of flavor and texture.
That caramelized crunch
Yes.
with the smooth sweet potato.
Yeah.
Genius. See, this is what I love, taking something familiar and giving it that gourmet touch.
Absolutely.
And speaking of gourmet touches, carbonara mashed potatoes, this is #4, completely start me in my tracks.
Ooh.
Carbonara on mashed potatoes. Tell me more.
Right. Talk about unexpected, but so clever.
Yeah.
And when you really think about it, the flavors of carbonara, the richness of the egg yolk, the saltiness of the pancetta, they actually complement the creamy potatoes perfectly.
It's like a mashup of two comfort food classics.
It really is.
Plus, I can already imagine those Instagram-worthy piped swirls of mashed potatoes. Presentation is half the battle, right?
Absolutely. Especially at Thanksgiving when everyone's like snapping
Yeah.
photos of the spread before digging in.
Oh, yeah. Okay, before we get too lost in side dish land, we've got to talk about appetizers.
Yes.
I mean, we need something to keep those hanger pangs at bay while the main event is cooking, right?
Couldn't agree more. A well-chosen appetizer, it sets the tone for the whole meal.
For sure.
Yeah.
And this crispy baked boursin with tangy cranberry sauce, this is #3 on the list. It just screams easy elegance. Plus, anything with baked cheese is a winner in my book. What are your thoughts?
It's a fantastic choice, especially if you're looking for something, you can prepare ahead of time. And think about the variations.
Yeah.
You can experiment with different types of crackers.
Okay.
Something seeded, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or even a touch of spice
I like that.
to contrast with that creamy boursin.
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
Right.
And instead of just plain cranberry sauce,
Yeah.
you could add a touch of orange zest
Ooh.
or even some grated ginger
Yes.
for a warm, festive flavor.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
It's those little touches of creativity
Right?
that elevate a dish from good to, wow, did you really make this?
Oh, literally.
And that reminds me, you mentioned being both excited and a little overwhelmed
Yeah.
by the sheer volume of Thanksgiving content on the Food Network website.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a lot, right?
It's a goldmine of recipes, but navigating it can feel a bit like wandering through a culinary maze,
Right.
especially when you're on a mission for the perfect dishes.
I hear you.
Yeah?
But it's actually very well organized once you know where to look.
Okay.
Did you see the sections for Thanksgiving menu ideas, best Thanksgiving sides, and even vegetarian Thanksgiving recipes?
I did not. No.
They've really curated the content to make it easier to find exactly what you need.
See, I was so focused on individual recipes that I completely missed those sections.
Sure.
That's what I love about these deep dives. You always point out those details. I would have missed.
It's all about strategy, my friend.
Right.
And speaking of strategy, if you're looking for specific cooking methods or dietary needs,
Yeah.
don't miss the related galleries section.
Okay.
They have curated lists like Bobby Flay's recipes, easy cleanup recipes.
Instant pot recipes. Okay. That one is a lifesaver, especially when you're trying to juggle a million things on Thanksgiving Day.
Exactly. They've truly thought of everything to help you create the ultimate Thanksgiving feast.
For sure.
Speaking of which, I know there's one thing from the article's introduction that caught your eye, and it involves mayonnaise on the turkey.
You know me too well. All right, I have to admit, my initial reaction was a mix of curiosity and, are you sure about this? I mean, mayonnaise.
Uh,
On a turkey. Talk about an unconventional approach.
It does sound a bit out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, a little bit.
But trust me, there's actually solid culinary science behind it.
Okay.
Mayonnaise is essentially an emulsion of oil and egg yolks.
Right.
And that fat content works wonders in keeping the turkey incredibly moist.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like a built-in basting agent that's already perfectly emulsified.
Precisely. But here's where it gets really interesting. The mayonnaise also plays a crucial role in achieving that beautiful golden brown color we all strive for.
Wait, really? I would thought the mayonnaise would prevent browning, not enhance it.
It seems counterintuitive, but the proteins in the mayonnaise undergo what's called the Maillard reaction at high temperatures.
Sure.
This reaction creates that gorgeous color and adds layers of complex flavor you wouldn't get otherwise.
Wow, mind officially blown. I love how a simple condiment like mayonnaise can completely change the game.
I know, right?
So are there any downsides to using mayonnaise? I mean, is there a specific type of mayonnaise that works best?
It's a great question. You definitely want to use the standard mayonnaise. Something made with oil, eggs, and a touch of acid.
Gotcha.
Avoid anything with added flavors or herbs, as those could burn at high temperatures.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As for downsides, I'd say the biggest challenge is ensuring the mayonnaise is evenly distributed and doesn't clump up on the turkey skin.
Okay, so application is key.
Right.
Any tips for a smooth mayo basting experience?
Absolutely. Instead of just slathering it on, try gently lifting the skin of the turkey breast
Okay.
and using your fingers or a small brush to spread a thin layer of mayonnaise directly on the meat.
Okay.
Then pat the skin back down and you're good to go.
Okay, that's a pro tip I'm definitely going to use.
I think you'll like it.
You've officially convinced me to give this mayonnaise method a try.
Awesome.
I can already picture my guests marveling over that perfectly brown, juicy turkey.
And I love it.
But now that we've covered the sides, the appetizers, and even the secrets to a next-level turkey, I have to ask, where's the main course in all of this?
Oh, that's right.
I mean, Food Network's Top 50 is full of incredible recipes. Yeah.
But not a single one for the star of the show.
I know, right?
It's like they've given us this incredible culinary toolbox,
Yes.
but they're leaving the main course up to us.
You're exactly right. It's like they're saying, we trust you to handle the main event.
Okay.
And honestly, after this deep dive, I think you're more than ready.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Of course.
But seriously, where do we even begin with the main course? I mean, do we stick with tradition and go with a classic roasted turkey? Or do we embrace the unexpected, like our mayonnaise-basted masterpiece?
That's the beauty of it, isn't it? You have complete creative freedom here.
So many options.
Right. But if you're looking for inspiration, I say, let the side dishes guide you.
Okay.
You've already got those bold, exciting flavors happening.
Sure.
Why not choose a main course that complements that?
I love that idea. We've got those candied pecans, the carbonara-infused mashed potatoes. It feels like we're already leaning into a more adventurous, globally inspired menu. Exactly. So maybe this is the year you ditch the turkey altogether
Whoa, okay.
and go for something completely different.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What are you thinking?
Well, you mentioned duck earlier.
I did, yeah.
And I think that could be a fantastic option.
Okay.
A beautiful roast duck with crispy skin would pair beautifully with those bolder flavors.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Right. You could even incorporate some of those candied pecans into a wild rice pilaf
Yes.
for a truly show-stopping side dish.
Now that's what I'm talking about. A Thanksgiving feast that's both unexpected and unforgettable.
Precisely. And who knows, maybe this will be the year you start a new Thanksgiving tradition.
I love it. It's not just about the food, you know. It's about creating an experience, a story that unfolds with every bite. Food Network may not have given us a main course recipe,
Right.
but they've given us something even more valuable,
What's that?
the confidence to break the mold and create a Thanksgiving meal that reflects our own unique style.
Beautifully said. And at the end of the day, that's what Thanksgiving is all about, coming together, sharing a meal, and creating memories that will last a lifetime.
Couldn't have said it better myself. This has been an incredible deep dive. We've explored classic recipes, uncovered culinary secrets, and even challenged the very notion of what a Thanksgiving dinner should be.
And we've only just scratched the surface. There's a whole world of culinary possibilities out there just waiting to be discovered.
And as we head into this Thanksgiving season, I encourage everyone listening to embrace that sense of adventure.
Yes.
Try something new, experiment with flavors, and don't be afraid to stray from the traditional path. You never know what delicious discoveries await you in your own kitchen.
That's right.
Until next time, happy cooking.